where do I start? So I'd start by one of us. We had literally no idea what we were doing. So we thought, of course, you're supposed to start with a hacker and a hustler. Is that what they say? Someone who can code and someone who can hustle. Desiree and I can both hustle, but neither of us can code. And so when we had an engineer from the beginning on our team, a third co-founder, we probably would have had to do the slow pivot. We probably would have just pivoted. We probably would have been a bit faster. So I would have, at the very beginning, brought on, started a company with an engineer who could have helped us iterate and move a lot faster. I would have started with values. I think once we started hiring, that became so incredibly important, because otherwise, if you're a crowdfunding platform, when we started there weren't a whole lot of them, but today there's 1 billion crowdfunding platforms. You become a commodity unless you can say, here's what we believe in. If you believe in this too, join our team. But if you don't have something that you actually believe in, that you can say, not what we do, but why we do it, that makes a difference. And if you can't say that, it's hard to hire great people.
Is that sort of decommoditizing crowdfunding? How do you express that? How do you tell the world that you are
For hires? I think what happens, I call it a positive feedback loop of bueno'ness. It's a very technical term. So what happens sometimes, I think, is, at least for us, it's happened. It started to happen, at least, is that we created values, and people believe in these values, and then it took, at least for us, it took hold, and people started owning those values themselves. And then they started bringing on their friends who shared the same values. So instead of us having to recruit, people would pull their friends in who were also A players. And they'd want to bring their friends into work. And then those friends would add to the culture, make the culture even stronger, and want to bring additional people in. So I think that's the point where we want to be.
How do you express that from a business marketing perspective?
Yeah, no. Right now, what we're telling people is that it's a crowdfunding platform, at least in this category, we're going to raise the most money. Because when you ask people, what do you care about, they're here to raise money. What they don't understand, the real secret sauce to what we're doing is everything we've done has always been around creating unexpected joy for our users and creating this magical experience for them. And that's the reason we're all there. And so, but that's a hard sell to tell people. Hey, you're going to come here and have this magical experience. So you tell them kind of what's interesting to them, why they're initially there. So they come to raise money, and then once they get in, we give them this magical experience. But you can't. It's hard to market that magical experience. It's something they just have to experience once they're there.
Are you still using